Gary Thompson, thank you very much for joining Cruise TV.
No problem.
Glad to be back, I'm sure.
Yes, great to be back. It's been a long road, so it has, and yes, took longer than expected. To be honest, I thought I'd be back in 3 months, and I think that was my first minutes on Saturday, and that's 4 months. So, glad to be back.
And any flare up from Saturday's game then, or?
No, well, I think I played about 20 minutes, so I went out on Sunday and done a bit of a jog just to get the legs going again. But no, I felt fine. It was good.
And it's a crucial time to be coming back into the squad, Gary. Obviously, 2 massive games coming up. The first one, on Friday evening against Glenavon, who are in rich vein of form. How excited are you towards the next few fixtures?
Yeah, but obviously the Glenavon game's the biggest one probably of the season for us. I wouldn't say it's make or break because we need to go to Dungannon. The next two, to make that top six are really, really important for us. And to be back in amongst it, obviously, it's a real buzz for me. The boys have been playing every week. It's been a slog for them, Saturday, Tuesday. But for me, new lease of life for me. Great to be back out in the pitch.
How's it been personally, from the stands, watching the games? And I think when you probably got that injury, the team were doing well, they were performing well and getting some good results, and then obviously the results maybe dipped slightly, and there was a couple of I think 4 games maybe on the bounce where we lost, albeit small margins.
Yeah.
How frustrating has it been from the stands, looking down and thinking to yourself, I should be out there helping the team?
Yeah, I think I had the conversation with Billy Joe, I remember before, and he said to me, if you don't feel like you can make a difference, then there's no point being here. So I thought that was a great bit of advice from him. Difficult, I think, whether you're playing or not, coming in on the Tuesday or Thursday, whenever we're coming in, there's a great buzz about the place when we're winning, and whether you're playing or not, when you're losing, it doesn't feel great, so it's been tough this past few months, but I think that's 4 unbeaten now. These are the 2 big ones really, to try and get into that top 6, and then obviously our aim is to try and for Europe,
And we've heard it over the last few weeks. Everybody that we've spoken to, the message has been the same. It's each game is at a time, and I guess no more importance than the Glenavon game, as you said. What have you made of Glenavon's season? I know they probably started off slower, and over the last few weeks they've been picking up really good results. How tough's that game going to be?
Really, really tough. Yeah, I think obviously I've missed a lot of football, but I think one of the toughest games I've played is they beat us 3-1 down there, and they give us a tough day that day. I think they beat us here as well recently. Conor McCuskey scored later on, so he did. So really difficult. I think since Glenavon always they go for it. There's no. Sometimes you go and play teams and they'll sit in. You know what you're going to get with Glenavon. They're going to go and try and win the game. Looking forward to it.
And high expectations, maybe personally, of making that match day squad first and foremost, and then hoping to get some minutes under your belt over the next few games.
Yeah, I just do what I do. Train hard and try and give the manager a headache. I know I listened to your interview with Philly Lowry, obviously mentioning about me coming back and maybe give him a rest, and I don't think so. Philly I think's been a standout for us this season, I just want to come back and, like I said, come on at 20 minutes and try and make a contribution to the team. That's all I can do.
I think it was obviously from Saturday's interview with Philip, it was obviously tongue-in-cheek, but I think as a squad it probably does. No. It strengthens the whole squad. When someone of your calibre comes back into the team, I know you were playing, you've had a magnificent season when you were fit. So I guess from the overall team, it does allow players like Philip Lowry, Jordan Forsyth, Declan Goodell maybe to just get their breather. I know these Tuesday games are probably stopping now until the Irish Cup, but I guess just to go back on your point, how important do you think it is to have a full squad fit and people jumping at the bit to help the team out? No,
it's really, really, really important, obviously, and even for your form, if somebody's not playing as well, you need somebody knocking on the door, and I make no mistake, that's what I'd be trying to do. I'd be trying to show and train that I want to play, and whether it's Philly Lowry, Declan Goodell, whatever, I want his shirt and he wants mine, and it's a healthy competition, which is going to make the team better, and that's what we're all trying to do.
Absolutely. Well, Gary, all the very best of luck. We hope to see you at some stage on Friday night. I know it's you coming back into the team, as you said, for games now without defeat, which is really positive. The next game against Glenavon is crucial, as you said. But we wish you all the very best, and not only on Friday but the rest of the season as well. And great to have you back.
Top man, thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Well, we're absolutely delighted to be joined by first team coach Marc Wilson. Marc, thank you very much for joining us. I know this is probably not something that you're used to doing. I know internally within the club everybody sees what you do on a weekly basis, but I guess for all of the fans on the outside, you've been here at the club a long time. Is this your 13th season now?
Yeah, it's coming up to 12 years
12?
In August, yeah, so it's been quite a while. You know, when I first came in, I certainly didn't expect to be around so long, but it's been a wonderful journey over those 12 years.
I want to take you back to kind of those 12 years and how you got here, essentially. I want to ask you that first and foremost.
Yeah, well, I suppose at first start I was doing a wee bit of coaching myself with a club in Bangor, and I'd started my A licence at that stage, and I basically wanted to progress myself as a coach. And I'd known Stephen outside of football before that, and just a chance conversation came up one day where I'd sort of said to him, look, I would love to come up and see what you guys do, how you go about things, and really just learn from himself. Terry Moore was there at the time, Charlie Murphy, and obviously Roy McDonald, and Stephen says, yeah, that's no problem, but you know, if you're coming up, you're not just going to stand and watch. You're going to get a job to do. So really, that's what happened, and I sort of thought, you know, it'd be for a few weeks to see how things go, and I'm still here, you know, almost 12 years later. So
absolutely. What have you made of your time at the club? Obviously, you've seen a lot of changes. Obviously, 12 years ago, the club was in a different position than they are today, and in terms of all the trophies that the club have won over the past few years. What have you made of that time?
It's been an incredible journey for me personally, and I think it's been an incredible journey for the club. You just have to look around the facilities we have right now today, from the stadium to the pitch to you know, downstairs in the gym and the the lounge and things we have now. It's just incredible. It's completely different to what we had 12 years ago, and sometimes you do have to pinch yourself that you know, things have changed so much. You know, when I first came, there was terracing there. There was the grass and the pitch and different things like that there, and you know, the old clubhouse. So it really has. There's been a lot of change off and on the pitch, and I think that's credit to Stephen as a manager from the football side of things driving that, and those in the background and the board who do tremendous work driving the club on off the pitch.
Suppose because you're still in the mix and still probably looking to the next game ahead at every stage, you probably haven't had time to maybe just reflect on the success that you have had here as a coaching staff.
No, it's not something that I personally think about. I think other people maybe would talk to you about it more than you think about it. You know, from a coaching point of view, straight after the match on Saturday, you're maybe looking at that game and reflecting on that. But you know, come Sunday, you're thinking about the next opponent. You're going straight into preparation mode from there, whether it's, you know, watching videos, thinking about training throughout the week. So you straight away switch from game to game, and that's generally what happens. You don't have time to look back, and certainly not this season when the matches have been so hectic. You know, you're just going from game to game to game, and then at the end of the season, you're reflecting on that season. You know, what did we do well? How can we improve? And then you're looking to implement things for the new season. So even from that point of view, you don't get really any downtime to think about what happened the previous game, the previous season. We've
talked a lot, Marc, in general with all of these interviews, whether it be coaching staff and the players. Obviously, it's a very surreal season that we're living in. You know, one of the things I was going to touch upon is the fixture, you know, congestion list. It's been Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Friday. Yeah. How difficult has it been to prepare the team going between game to game?
I would probably describe it as being relentless. It's just there's no let up in it. From a preparation point of view, as staff, you're always working on the next opponent. You know, where previously last year you maybe would have had 3 or 4 days leading into your Tuesday, Wednesday sessions to prepare for that. You're now looking at it you know, for a Sunday, Monday session for a Tuesday game, and then from the Tuesday game you're looking at the Saturday game. So from preparation wise, it's just constant, and there's no let up. And certainly from the players as well. You know, they're the ones who are out in the pitch. There's a lot of tired bodies, a lot of tired legs, and they're not getting that recovery time. Normally, in a normal season, you would get 1 month or 2 months split up, where you would have 3-4 weeks of 2 games a week. But this year, it just seems to be constant. You know, whether it's Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, or you know, Tuesday, Friday, as it has happened for us a lot. So I think it's been tough on everybody, both mentally and physically. But everybody's in the same boat, and in a way, we're quite fortunate to be doing what we're doing. You know, there's a lot of people who would love to be coming to training. There's a lot of people who would love to be going out to work. So there's two sides to it. You know, there's those difficult sides of the preparation and playing week in, week out, but also we do have to be thankful that we're in this situation where we're allowed to do it.
What does a day in the life of Marc Wilson look like between games and coming into training and then match day? What does the average day look like?
Well, I suppose as soon as the Saturday games finished, you would take a few hours to relax and try and forget about that almost, and then as soon as Sunday comes, you're looking for the video of the next game. You're getting that organised, and you're trying to prepare then for the next game straight away, and that's basically how that goes. Then in the Monday you're in the training, and depending obviously if there's a game on Tuesday or you have a free week, it'll be just preparing the players for the rest of the week.
And obviously this season, Mark, we've touched on a massive game now on Friday night. I know they've all been massive over the past few weeks, and probably Friday, then Tuesday defines the split in the top 6 position that we're looking for. And I guess over the course of your 12 years, I think it's fair to say probably it's been unusual circumstances in terms of where the team are at this stage of the season. How important is Friday night's game and preparation for that? Is it any different, or is it just you have to look at it as another game, another key game, as you would with any other year?
Yeah, I think we all know the importance of the game. You know, it really comes down to it's a shootout. You know, it's in our hands. If we win, it will continue to be our hands to finish top 6. If we don't, then it's going to be very, very difficult to finish top 6. So we all know the importance of it. In terms of preparation, you know, we've already went through the video stuff with the players. We've looked at Glenavon. We've looked at their strengths, their weaknesses, and we've taken that into training and worked towards that in a normal way, in a normal week, preparing for the game. So again, it's just getting the boys refreshed and fit and ready to go, and knowing what they have to do, and hopefully they'll go out and deliver.
Well, Mark, thank you very much indeed for joining us. I know that we don't get to hear from you very often, but we know you do a tremendous job, and we only have to talk to the rest of the coaching staff to know the importance of your role within the club. We wish you all the very best for not only Friday but also for the rest of the season. So thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.